evening, everybody. We are going to get started here. I guess we have 1 more minute actually, or probably a few seconds. Give it a moment. Hello, Miss Linda. All right, it is 6 o'clock, so I will go ahead and get started. In the basket is our sneak peek for this week. We have a full-size strawberry. So we've had the tag along already. Now we have the full-size strawberry. And then we also have this cute little butterfly. I almost said bumblebee. Not a bumblebee. He's a butterfly. But that does remind me. Oh, I don't have it in here. There's also a tag along of the butterfly and a tag along of the bee that we'll be releasing this week. So, oh my goodness, now I have the hiccups. Full-size strawberry, full-size butterfly, and then a tag along of the butterfly and the bumblebee. And then, of course, this evening we are going to make the adorable little pigs. So I'm going to go ahead and change the camera view so you can see my beautiful face. I'm going to move that camera so y'all can see the machine. Let's see. Oh, I love that you all are here. I was starting to worry. It felt like nobody was on this evening, so I'm so glad you all have joined us. So I'm going to make the pig tonight. I'm going to make the 8x12 hoop size. So it is like an 8x9 approximately stuffy. So I am using my 11x13 magnetic hoop because that's what I already have my machine set up for, and I don't want to move the arms. So there's that. I know it's wasteful. I know. But we're gonna run the ears on this guy first, and then I'll have to switch it over to the body design. I have tearaway hooped up for the ears. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the machine. I'll switch you over there. We're going to go ahead and run the placement stitch first. The thread's already gonna break. Of course. Come here, Mr. Pink. That guy threaded. Maybe. There we go. I thought it was going to be cantankerous again, but it behaved itself. Oh, I didn't put an applique step. Okay, that's fine. So we have our placement stitch for our ears. I'm just going to take my accent fabric first and place that on top of the placement stitch. I'm using the new line of poppy and cotton that I just got in. I will have to go and look at what it's called because I don't remember, but I only have 2 poppy and cotton lines right now, so it's one of those. So I'm doing the accent fabric first. This is going to be the inside of the ears. All right, and then for the actual minky fabric, I'm going to use the roses. So I'm just trimming off a piece. So here's the pretty roses. I'm using this as the main fabric tonight. So I'm going to place that face down so the pretty roses are down because we're going to turn these ears. All right, well, one of my cameras is not cooperating today. So we're just gonna use this one. You're not gonna get to see my face. Hold on. Okay. So we have our ears done. I'm going to trim the excess. Ooh. I'm gonna tear these guys out. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. For the videos, remember that all of our videos are on YouTube now. I'm here every other Tuesday, and then Jen posts a recorded video on the off Tuesdays. So there's still a new video uploaded each Tuesday. Mine are always in the evening time, and I think Jen usually gets hers posted fairly early in the morning, but don't quote me on that. Also, if you subscribe to our newsletter, she always sends out a Tuesday reminder of the live video or the recorded video, and then Fridays she sends out that reminder for the new releases. So I'm just trimming up the ears. Then we're going to turn these little guys. Perfect. Oh, this is going to be cute. So one ear, I'm going to set him aside. Oh, look, the actual camera's working again. Hot diggity. And then here's the other one. Okay, so there's our ears. I'm going to throw my scraps away. Unhoop this piece of stabilizer. I am obsessed with the bee. The reason I don't have it in here is because it's already on my backpack that I carry every single day, and I left it in the car today. But yeah, as soon as I saw that, I made it, and it is the cutest thing ever. So I just hooped up another piece of the tearaway. I'm going to come over to my computer really quick and pull up the second hooping. So this guy has 2. Again, it's the 8x12 size, but the stuffy itself is like 8x9. All right, get all these crazy stuffs out of here. All right, got all of my stops and stuff in here. So again, we have move this camera back. Okay, so we have our ears already made. You have to make the ears before you can make the body because they go on before the finished product. So 11, I'm using the 11 by 13 Mighty Hoop for the 8 by 12 design, but you use whatever size you want. Oops, I hooped the chunk of Minky that I was using. So I'm going to go ahead and load that onto the machine. Before I get going, I just wanted to show y'all. So here is the Pink Roses Minky. It is, I think the color is Paris on the website, but I did drop the shopping link in the comments here as well. So, and then here is the Poppy and Cotton. I did not get the Poppy and Cotton added to the shopping link. When it's running the satin, I will try to get that added as well. So we're going to go to the machine and I'm going to run the placement stitch first. Okay, so we have our placement stitch. I'm going to lay my Minky right side up, and I'm going to go ahead and do the tack down stitch. I don't like putting the water-soluble stabilizer down just yet for my own personal preference. If your machine needs that, absolutely go ahead and put it down when you put your Minky down. My machine runs fine without it, so I don't do it quite yet, and I will show you when I do. I just don't like it being buried under different layers, and I think it gives it kind of a crinkly sound, so that's why I wait to do mine. So now for this guy, it's going to stop for us. I'm going to trim the bottom and the belly away. So we're going to use an applique on that. Come to the other side. Okay, so we trimmed away our excess. You can see where our belly material needs to go. I'm going to go ahead and just cut a snippet on that as well. I'm going to go ahead and lay that down, and it's going to tack that down for us. I'm going to bring it back to the table to trim the applique. I like to use my Kai 5.5 inch double curves. And yes, when I trim like this, I do end up trimming some of the Minky hairs, but I know that I'm not going down deep enough to be actually cutting the Minky, if that makes sense. So yes, some of the little hairs get trimmed and make more of a mess, but I'm not cutting all the way through the Minky, okay? Now is when I take my water soluble and put it down, because it's going to do the satin on his belly, okay? So because I have magnetic hoops, I like to just throw some magnets on top of there to hold the water-soluble stabilizer on top. We're going to go back to the machine. There we go. I just went ahead and did pink for the satin. So I couldn't really decide if the fabric was pink or red, like the accent fabric. So yeah. Check the comments. When I saw this rose minty in this color, I was like, oh my gosh, I think this is going to make the most perfect pig, but I didn't have time when it first released to make it in this. So then when Jen asked me to do the video, I was like, oh, Pink Rose's pig is going to happen. So I'm excited to see it. I do have plenty of it, so be sure to check the website and get that ordered. Yeah, it just holds it so much better than having to like pin it down or tape it down. I don't know. Y'all know I'm lazy, so. I actually have these are Teal Pink sew tights. So when she has some of her own specially made, and that's what I normally use. They're intended for like paper piecing or hand and English paper piecing or whatever it is, but they make really good magnets for magnetic fish too. Sorry to fold over, so keep it out of the way. I did get those fabrics added for this week's link for the live tutorial supplies. Okay, I am gonna take the magnet off of the back here. Also, the pink thread's trying to come unthreaded. Go back in there. Okay, now it's going to give us our placement for the nose. So I'm pulling the water soluble away because again, I don't like it underneath those different layers. I know it's a weird thing probably. Let's see. Can't hear you over the machine. Oops. What did I say? Oh, I just said that I was adding stuff, the poppy and cotton fabric to the website, to that direct shopping link. Okay, I'm just using, oh my gosh, I don't even know which color this is. It's either hot pink or bubblegum. I know that's not super helpful, but yeah. One of those in just like the Cuddle 3. I'm going to say it's, well, I don't know, because the pink, the roses is Paris. So, I can't remember. I have all of them cut, and so I literally just grabbed a scrap. But one of them, either hot pink or bubblegum. And I feel like it's got to be hot pink. I don't know, I'm totally second guessing myself now. Whatever the case. I'm just using a Cuddle 3 for the nose, kind of give it that different texture. Okay. And then again, I'm going to lay the stabilizer back down. Put the magnets in place. There we go. So I'm going to go back to the machine. Probably bubble gum. I remember that one sold out and I had already like reordered another. They were so stinking close that's why I was like, I'm just gonna carry one because you don't need two nearly identical inks in my opinion. Thank you, Lisa, for looking at those. I appreciate it. Then there's a little detail inside the nose for the nostrils. And if you're looking for the accent fabric that Jen used on her pigs, she used the Riley Blake homemade line. That is still this featured fabric on my main page of my website. If you'll see it there. Now it's gonna give us our cheeks. This shows like a little bit more of a dusty pink for her cheeks. Now jumping over to the other cheek. All right, now it's going to give us our eyelashes and eyeballs. Well, I guess eye creases. I don't know. It's technically not eyeballs. One eyeball done. Class in June, so I'm super excited about that. So there's only 10 spots left. So if you haven't got your spot yet, be sure to do that. I think I have about 4 machines left for renting, so if you need that, you need to register soon. All right, so we have our first placement for our ear. What you need to do is take one of your ears. The ears are identical. So we're just going to fold them in half. Well, I shouldn't say half. More like fold them 3/4 of the way, okay? Because you don't, or I don't know how. Is that 1/4 of the way? Because I don't know. But you get what I'm saying, okay? You still want to be able to see some of your accent fabric. And then we're going to flip it so that the pretty inside of our ear is facing our pig. And then we're going to tack that down. Thread is trying to break, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that through so it doesn't happen. It's going to give us the placement for our next ear. We're going to do the same thing. So again, we want to be able to see just a little bit of our fabric and then flip it so our fold is towards the inside. Okay. Okay, so we have our ears installed. Excuse me. I like to remove my topper at this point so that it doesn't get caught in all of the seams. I don't know. I don't think it really matters, but again, we all have our own way of doing things, right? So just be careful if you are going to remove it at this step that you do not accidentally pull it out of the hoop, because then you're going to be really sad. Okay, so my topper is out. My hoop is back where it needs to be. That magnet's out of the way. So now I'm going to take my other piece of, all right, I have plenty. I'm not going to risk it. I'm trying to use a scrap. It's fine. That can be for a smaller pig at a later date. So I cut myself a 1/2 yard of the roses, and I still have plenty to be able to make another one this size or several of another of the smaller sizes. So a 1/2 yard is plenty to make just about any stuffie, even if it has the 2 hoopings. So our roses are face down, pretty sides together. So we're going to turn our pig when it's all done. It's going to go around 1 time quickly, and then it goes back and does a triple stitch. Be sure that if you incorporate your presser foot, you do for the ears. Kind of hear when mine hits the presser, hits those ears. Oh, y'all like started chatting it up all of a sudden. Where's the class? The class is in Troy, Missouri, so it's about 45 minutes to an hour west of St. Louis. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, Cindy's joining us. I'm so excited. Okay, so we have our design all done. I'm going to go ahead and trim off my excess minky. Put that in my scraps bin. Because if we get a pig-sized tag along, maybe, just maybe, that size will be perfect for it. So that's when I keep my scraps. Also, I have issues. I've gotten better about keeping scraps of cotton, not keeping scraps of cotton, but this silly minky I still like hoard like nobody's business. It's ridiculous. Okay, I took it out of the hoop. I like to go in and tear out my tearaway. Just like that. Okay, And then turn it back to how it was in the hoop. I'm going to use my new fancy schmancy Kai serrated scissors. There are 2 lines that go down from the stuffy. I like to take my scissors and go up to those first. This is going to be our opening. And then go around. I usually do about a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch. If you have pinking shears that you like, that's really good for these rounded shapes. Making sure you're cutting all of the layers. Okay, pitch my scraps. Turn this guy right side out. Oh my gosh. Oh, isn't they just the cutest? All right, so I'm going to trim my jump stitch here. Another one there. Oh my goodness. This is too much. The roses for the win. Okay, so now I'm going to, look, I'm going to change the camera view so y'all can see. This is how I have to buy my stuffing, because when I did those hearts, I sold so many hearts and I went through two of those bags. It's craziness, but I love making stuffies and I don't care that I'm going through boatloads of stuffing. I need I thought about it yesterday, but I injured myself this weekend and I had no motivation to do anything yesterday. But I don't know if y'all saw that Polyfill was doing a like April Fool's prank competition per se, like and they used Parker's picture of when Jen filled the car full of the stuffing and the gnomes were going to take her to school. I thought about filling my kid's bathtub with this and telling him that I had made him a bubble bath and that he could go get in, but I didn't. I ran out of time. It sounded like a great idea, but it didn't happen. But I just think Jet would think that was the funniest thing ever if I did that to him. So, oh my gosh, y'all. Can I just talk about him? Look at this. Is this not the cutest thing y'all have ever seen? Okay, I know some of y'all are going to make fun of me, but my sibling was impressed with my stuffing collection. That's awesome. That is true. The Jeep is so messy. It's actually covered in mud right now, of course. I mean, why wouldn't it be? But I'm a clean car kind of person. So the Jeep being dirty inside and out is like, I don't love being associated with it then. Okay. So yes, I'm going to be that crazy person and I'm going to hand sew my stuffy shut. So I'm making a double knot on the end of my thread. Okay, I'm going to go back to the tabletop view so y'all can see. I did make a tutorial video on just the stitching part if you need a closer view or a little more detailed. But I just do a fairly simple ladder stitch. I love using the Minky because it hides the stitches so well. Oh my goodness, if I stab myself with this needle one more time, I'm gonna go crazy. Sorry, I'm not a good multitasker. Concentrating. Oh look, my nails match my fabric choices. How cute is that? I didn't even do that intentionally. Although I do plan to get my nails to match the fabric choice for class. So we'll see if that happens. I just think it'd be so fun. Almost got her all closed up here. Sometimes I like to go back through and just do a little, if I feel like there's an opening or I didn't catch it all, I'll go back and just kind of throw a few more stitches in there. I'm running out of thread though, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this one good. Wrap it around the needle and pull tight. Do it again. I like to try and get the little hairs out of my knot so that my knot is nice and tight. Okay, turn it off. And there we have it. I saved the hand sign. I'm catching up on comments. Hand stitching takes forever, but it looks so good on the studies. It really does look better. How did I miss that you were away, Lisa? Where are you? I'm going to just go away and sew. Oh, wait. I just did that with Jen and Cindy. Okay. But y'all, can we just talk about how cute he is? Let's go here. So this is the 8x9 finished size. Here is the 5x7 size. They're like a little big family. And I just want to let you know that, like, I don't think it matters what color you make your pig. It's still going to be adorable. Because this one is, like, peach colored. Still stinking cute. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, I'm going to go back to here for a second. Oh, I should have waited so I didn't make y'all sick. Sorry. Now you can see the strawberry and the butterfly. Here's our sweet little pig family. Oh my goodness, come on. Just look at him. So cute. So cute, so cute. I'm leaving tomorrow for a sewing retreat. Oh, fun. How fun. One time I figured out my whole machine. How did you do that, Sarah? How? That's impressive. I love it though. Okay, well there you have it. This week's release is the strawberry and butterfly in full-size stuffies, as well as a butterfly and a bumblebee tag-along. And then tonight we made our adorable little squishy pigs. Thank you so much for tuning in again. There is 10 spots left of class in June. There is a link to all the supplies used in tonight's video. And we're here every other Tuesday, so don't forget to join us. Until next time, I'll see y'all on the book on Facebook. Y'all have a good night.